Now, shoppers on marketplace websites are being warned they could be buying stolen goods as they look for a Christmas bargain.
Retailers have told the BBC that they're seeing thieves steal specific giftable items like expensive cuddly toys and that they're finding them being resold online.
Yes, the sites insist they move quickly against anyone doing this. As Jim Connolly reports.
In plain sight, a mum filling her child's buggy with Jellycat soft toys. Even removing an item from the shelf to entertain them, which she later steals. Look at this huge hedgehog she takes. The shop found the stolen items for sale on Vinted and tracked the shoplifter down on Facebook.
This time of year, Christmas time of year, shoplifting is a massive problem. We're selling more gift-related items that can easily be sold online because that seems to be the main outlet for these people selling them on again, rather than it's not the back of the van anymore, it's selling them online. We had a display here, a slightly different display, but on the top of that display was quite an expensive Jellycat. It was a hedgehog. And so obviously on these more expensive items, we look at them and we'd noticed it gone.
Watching this back, how does it make you feel?
Yeah, it makes me feel angry. I mean, she's so brazen about it.
She's taken that hedgehog, we've seen her put it in the bag.
Yeah.
That's the hedgehog you've managed to track down, is it?
Yes, that's the one we matched on Vinted, and sort of led us back to her through her husband's site.
Charlie then showed me some of his detective work.
So this is a number plate. As you can see, it's a private number plate, so it's fairly distinctive.
Yeah.
Matches what we believe her name is.
You've collected all that evidence together.
Yeah.
What did you do with that?
We sent it to the police.
Yeah, and what did they do?
Well, we haven't heard anything back from them.
And did you tell them specifically that she was selling this, or you believe she was selling this online?
Yeah. Yeah, we gave them the name of the site and everything, so...
Right.
Yeah.
So you've basically done the police's work for them?
Yes, we have, yeah. We feel like we have.
Dorset Police told us inquiries into the incident are ongoing and no arrests have been made. We checked out Charlie's detective work and tracked the woman down. We wanted to give her the chance to respond. The car that you've just said you drove to the shop, you got out of the car, stole a few £100 worth of items. Well, she just hung up there. She confirmed that it was her car that we've seen enter that shop and leave with the stolen items. We put that to her and she basically denied that it was her. She questioned why we were ringing her, and when we put it to her again, she ultimately hung up and had nothing to say. She later told me she'd messed up, and her husband denied knowing any stolen items were on sale on his Vinted account. Vinted told us stolen items are not allowed to be sold on the site, and they work closely with the police. Retailers across the country tell us they're worried about how much stock they're losing, with Jellycat soft toys regularly being stolen.
They are quite expensive, you know.
Well,
just
40 quid for one of them.
These are high on the thieves' list, on their Christmas list, so to speak. You know, we have to lock them away to protect them.
And here's why. 2 thieves steal over £800 of Jellycat toys. You can even see them strain as they pull the security tags off, casually walking away, bags stuffed full of stolen goods.
Any items that have been targeted over the Christmas period, whether it be the Jellycat toys or Lego or anything else like that, any of these brand names will end up on these marketplaces. These websites and these marketplaces, they need to have an accountability, for how this stuff is resold on their sites. It makes them part of the problem rather than part of the solution.
The sites insist they don't allow stolen items to be sold, and they work closely with the police. Tracking down where shoplifted goods end up isn't easy.
You see them outside there?
But Nottinghamshire Police are keen to show us how proactive they are tackling the crime.
Do you want to jump out in plain clothes? Anyone else in plain clothes? Go on, see if you can find him. Where has he gone? Where's he gone? Yeah, jump out then. Jump out. 2 of you jump out. We'll go to our hotspot patrol areas where we get a lot of retail crime. Is there a security podium?
Everywhere we went, the police could see familiar faces. The regular shoplifters. And then a call to make an arrest.
Relax, relax. He has the previous for shoplifting offences. It was paramount that we had to detain that individual safely because they do have information to suggest they may be in possession of knife.
At the end of what felt to me like a busy patrol, I grabbed a quick chat with Sergeant Pothcray. How big a problem do you think shop theft is.
Absolutely massive. The businesses who set up shop here, they want to earn a living, you know, and it's not right that someone goes into their premise, takes items not belonging to them, and then go and sells it for you know, other commodities such as drugs. If they're out there to find them, we will absolutely find them, and we won't stop until we round everyone up.
Back at the station, we spoke to the man in charge of tackling the crime across the county, who had some tips for shoppers looking for a Christmas online bargain.
Reputable retailers, fill your boots, please do. There's lots of places out there that will tell you where the best bargains are and where to shop around. Places like online marketplaces, if it's new in boxes and it looks too good to be true, it is too good to be true. It will almost certainly be stolen.
So the warning is clear. Whilst we all want a bargain this Christmas, we need to be careful not to fuel crime on our high streets. Jim Connolly, BBC News, Nottingham.
Let's talk about this more with Andrew Goodacre, who's head of the British Independent Retailers Association. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Anyone watching that film, and I know you were as well, the brazen nature of how this is conducted, this particular kind of crime, stolen to order to then sell.
Yes, and it will not surprise many retailers, large and small out there, who experience this sort of crime more and more each day. And it also shows not just how emboldened, how brazen the perpetrators are, but also how sophisticated the crime has become. You know, diversionary tactics, using the pushchair, reducing suspicion, but it's also much easier to dispose of the goods as well.
I mean, we're just showing some more of those images now. I'm assuming through your work, you'll have seen many instances like this.
Yes, and I mean, we cover all sorts of businesses, from a pet shop to a hardware store to an independent department store, and 75% of those businesses are reporting theft of some sort in the past few months.
And this is more and more kind of targeted items. So
yes.
People know where they're going. They're going to a specific part of the shop, taking a specific item.
It's no longer alcohol, cigarettes and food items as it used to be, and it still is to a certain extent, don't get me wrong. But I think people realise now that they can virtually sell any item, and in-demand items at this time of year, gifts, toys, that kind of present is widely available online. It's far easier for them to dispose of the goods online in a more profitable way as well.
Do you think people think of shoplifting as serious as this?
I think we are raising the profile, and certainly we have a retail crime forum, we have a retail crime action plan working with the Home Office and all the police forces in England and Wales, and it's certainly on their radar now and more of a priority. But consumers, I'm not sure they do fully appreciate that the damage it causes both the business and the people. It's like being mugged every day. You know, if you're a shop owner, it's like being burgled every day.
Yeah, that's exactly it. If you equate it to stealing from someone's home...
Correct.
It becomes a different thing, whereas shoplifting, I suppose for many, was you sneak a little thing, pop it in your pocket, you know, not the brazenness that we've seen like with that pram.
It's moved on. You're right. In these days, as we often say, people are filling bags full of items, not just their pockets. And they're confident and are more aggressive if they're challenged as well. And that's also a growing problem.
So what can be done? Because there is a cost of living crisis. People are feeling the pinch. They go on the internet, go online to try to find a bargain. There is one.
Yeah.
Half the price, you know, and it doesn't say stolen goods.
No.
It says this is for sale, reputable seller or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. We certainly don't blame the customer, the shopper, because we all like a bargain, and you know, prices have gone up in recent times and the prices remain high. So if we see bargains online, or anywhere for that matter, people will buy them. We do urge customers to think twice. If it's too good to be true, it probably isn't true. If we want to be sure about the provenance of the product, use the shops, use official online sites for those businesses, and it's certainly going to be true now.
Help us with that. Sorry, carry on. You were going to say...
I was going to say as well, you know, we're working with police forces. Retailers have set up a project called Pegasus to address the organised crime element of this as well. But we need the online marketplaces now to come to the table and work with us and see if they can find ways of identifying these products in a more expedient way as well.
But you know that thing, I mean, everyone must have been there at some point. You see something brand new, unused. What do you do? I mean, that can be legitimate. It could be a gift. I mean, that could be legitimate.
It is so difficult to identify whether that product is genuinely pre-loved or been stolen. And that is our challenge now, to challenge for the marketplaces, the challenge for the police, to address that. And
Is there a way? I mean, how can a marketplace know? How can they know that?
They can probably seek ways and find ways of checking the provenance of that product. But unless we have that discussion, and unless we really talk about it in detail, we won't know.
It's made easy, time-consuming, because businesses want to sell and want it to be seamless.
Listen, online shopping has grown, we know that. And legitimately, and many businesses use it. It has many advantages, but clearly, as with everything, there's a disadvantage as well. It gets exploited by not just people like the lady in the film, but also organised crime have seen this as well. So it really does require an industry effort and all the key stakeholders to try and address it.
Andrew, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It is a very real, live issue right now. Andrew Goodacre is Chief Executive of the British Independent Retailers Association. Thank you very much.
Thank you.